Hello everybody, there has been a situation brewing for several days and I let it brew because the answer from Twitch streamers has been quite funny. Because honestly that is the only thing that they can do. You can like look at it and laugh and cry and laugh. Because Twitch came out and they wrote a really big post about the whole DMCA takedowns thing. And the whole post was just a whole load of nothing of, well, just, you know, don't play music. And people were like, okay, what if that music is in game? And Twitch came out and said, hey there, thank you for reaching out. We recommend reading through any game's Eula and utilizing any option to turn music off in game that includes that option or mute the whole game audio. Yeah, just, if you're streaming on Twitch, just mute the whole game audio, which is like something that I am never gonna do. I'd rather get striked off Twitch than mute the entire game audio inside a video game. You see, it's not too bad with YouTube. Even for my 2004 games, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines playthroughs, they get claimed all the time. If I switch to my YouTube page right now and go to content, like you can see every single stream that I upload practically gets the ineligible for monetization copyright claim thing. It's like practically literally every single one. There might be one or two that didn't get it. And it's all because of like very specific songs that like play in bars, but I visit those bars during the playthroughs because I kinda have to. But you see, YouTube doesn't remove me off the platform. Nor does it threaten to remove me off the platform. At worst, it doesn't let me monetize the video, which is completely fine with me. While Twitch immediately goes, yeah, that DMCA is A, valid, completely valid, and B, here's 1 out of 3 strikes against your account, and if you reach 3, you're permabanned. So if the game creators decided to go after my Twitch channel, they could, and they would remove me off Twitch, and unlike YouTube that just lets them monetize my video instead, which I much prefer. I don't care that they do that. I don't care enough to counter it, really. I much prefer feeling safe and secure in my platform. But yes, switching game audio, not something that I would ever consider. Plus, if you're a real life streamer, you can't switch off real life. Some people said that, well, they can't, if they're walking down the street, go knock on every single car window and go, can you turn down the radio because I think it's barely audible on my stream and I might get copy striked. You can't just invade people's space like that and say those kind of things in public. There's also copyright DMCA takedown notices that people have gotten for speaking. Like, they would just be speaking, and the system would match them against, like, an ASMR album. Even though it's their own voice, and there's no way to counter, so Twitch is just... they're not handling this very well. But Twitch streamers are. Honestly, Twitch streamers are. This is from Witchy Twitchy. I'm gonna be playing a lot of clips today because I just found them so funny. I have linked all of them in the descriptions down below.
So as you know, Twitch has suggested that we mute our in-game audio to avoid possible DMCA strikes. So I'll be improvising and making my own sound effects for the game today. Alright, and we're jumping. Time for some copyright-free background music. Oh, is that rain on the roof I hear? Oh. Alright, we're on our horse, guys.
Can you just like imagine having to do that in the middle of playing a video game? Also, she's also a witch, so yeah, Myrta approves. Myrta has been trying to memorize incantation rituals today. Hasn't been going entirely great, mostly because I am scatterbrained and I'm not that good at memorization, but I'm like, no, No matter how long it takes, I am memorizing it, and I am at least doing something in my back room at some point. I even have candles. I don't even care if it works. I am doing it. I am so doing it. But moving on to Wild, or Wild 1. They really said to mute the game audio. At least we get to keep the super generic copyright-free music. Please see below for future of Twitch. Pew pew goes the Guardian. The Guardian nearly falls to his death. Stasis goes brrrr. She's almost dead, the streamer exclaims. Sweet victory. Freezing noises. The thing is, even like copyright-free music can still get you. Seti made also a few videos on the subject. This one was ASMR streamers when they found out about the rest of the streamers might get in trouble for streaming with in-game audio and music. Cackles and ASMR. I'll just make everybody hear the noise of the paper. It's very, very quiet. He or she, actually, I don't know. They're very quiet inside the clip. So I suggest just going to their Twitter and having a look-see if you want. These just been so great! And of course, they made another one that is more video game related.
Welcome to Jungle Town. Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Cheers, love! The cavalry's here!
Oi! This is no time for standing around.
You know, with him trying to do voices, I don't know why. Okay, I haven't played Guild Wars since Heart of Thorns because they turned the game upside down and I never liked it ever since, so since 2015. But I really wanna fire up the game again. Reinstall and fire up the game again. I'm only banned off their forums, not the game itself, so it should be fine. And just go, this rose has thorns! Like, one thing that Guild Wars 2 had too much is character vocalization. And I had Sylvari Necromancer, and she would yell the dumbest shit all the time. It makes me want to just go over there and yell with her. But yes, if you want to know what is safe to stream, you actually have to go and read an in-game Eula. Which, once again, I am not doing for every single game that I'm gonna be playing. That is ridiculous. I'm just gonna play the games with sound, and if I get banned, I get banned. Whoop-de-doop. No more Twitch. Would stream to YouTube. Big deal. That sort of thing, you know? But here is the Eula of Final Fantasy XIV, and I knew everything except for the last point, and the last point is so confusing that a lot of people are asking Square Enix about this. For Final Fantasy XIV, you may only use music as it is incorporated in Final Fantasy XIV. When showing gameplay, you may not replace the Final Fantasy XIV's music with third-party music. Effectively, using copyright-free music in Final Fantasy XIV is banned. You have to listen to the in-game music or no music at all. You may not play Final Fantasy XIV music alone with that accompanying gameplay footage or with third-party material. So effectively, you can't just like stream music on its own. But then the fourth point is, you may not use the songs titled Answers, Dragon Song, or Revolutions. You also may not use any arranged or rearranged version of Answers, Dragon Song, Revolutions, Contention, Misconception, Beyond Redemption, or Night Bloom. Now the issue is with these three songs, they play in instances. And Answers plays in like one raid instance and like one very early raid instance. So if you're like revisiting the game and you're redoing those raids with like a private group, you would need to mute the bloody audio to do that. But then Dragon Song features in a trial, and trial is in Trial Roulette, which is a far more accessible thing. It is an actual part of the story that you don't need to go out of your way to do. And if you're a max level player, you would go and do roulette for effectively currency to buy gear. Would be doing roulettes for that, or for XP for your leveling classes. And that story instance can just come up. So what do you do if during your daily roulettes that story instance comes up? Apparently panic and mute the game really, really, really fast. Or else you might get copyright strike. And that's just the issue with this whole thing. That's the issue with this whole thing, that it's, you would need to be going through every single game's EULA and making sure what is usable, what is not usable. Some games will forbid you from streaming with any other music than their own. I panicked and went through EULAs before. RuneScape, for example, allows you to use their music copyright-free wherever you like. But The Sims 4, The Sims 3, even The Sims 2, very copyright happy, even though not officially approved. Copyright happiness is not officially approved by EA, but whoever made the tracks for those games, they seem to love muting people's audio. So all of those players that I know just mute their streams. But what about games that are upcoming? What about Cyberpunk? I'm gonna be playing Cyberpunk. I won't know. I honestly won't know until I try, and that's the pesky situation that we're in right now. That is the crux of it. So while I'm very happy that people are taking it in a lighthearted way, Twitch has really shat the bed with this one. And it's not gonna get any better until they dig themselves out of that hole and sort this. It's not the creator that should be sorting this. It's completely on Twitch, considering that other platforms have better support for the creators when it comes to this thing. So it's not like we're asking Twitch to perform impossible. I would just like Twitch to maybe have YouTube's system, perhaps. That would be nicer. A lot nicer. But yes, thank you for watching. I try and make videos every single day. Because I've been teaching myself incantations, I was neglecting streaming for a bit. And I am really tired in the evening. I'm like, no, I must practice magic today. And then I do. But I suppose that's what it means to actually have a hobby. Outside of staring at the camera. But yes, if you like my content, please subscribe. I definitely do make a video every single day. And toodaloo for now.